Hello, everybody. Let's get some people in here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, you got country. Let's share this.
You got country, let's share this.
Hold up a second.
Hold up a second.
Turn the volume down.
What?
Turn your volume down.
Oh. Sorry.
All right. Thanks, Tashanka. Thank you, guys, for sharing. Had to turn the volume down on the other one.
I forgot I had it up.
And we got all kinds of devices going on around here. And wait a few more people get in here. I got something to say. It's not anything bad or anything. It's just I want to clarify some things.
Oh, you have to choose now to have to get a drink.
I know. Glad our food bowl ain't in here. Hey, Sean, what's up, bud? Anyway, I guess I can go ahead and start talking about it. You saw that interview I did with Terry. And Terry's a longtime friend of mine. I mean, we used to hang out together in Farmington, Potosi, places like that. And I've always liked him. And I mean, I was willing to go to the hole for him. I was willing to do more than that, really. But I didn't know this, but about 20 years ago, he joined Family Values. I ain't going to talk a lot about that, except to tell you that it started out as an organization. Yeah, thanks, everybody. I thank all of you for your support. That's right. It's all about positive messages. But anyway, he joined Family Values, and it started out as an organization that was helping young people that came to prison. Now it's just like any other organization that's in prison. I think it's safe to use organizations instead of the word I want to use, but when it first started, I knew a lot of the people who was in it. I was friends with them, but I never joined. Um, and I have no. Hey, Marlene. All right. All right, Marlene. But take your time. Um, but anyway, yeah, that's right, Tashanka, they do. But I know a lot of the old heads that was in it, and Terry's one of them. But I didn't know he'd joined. And like you said, it started out good, and now it's the violent organization. But I had no wish to join it. Um, I don't fault Terry for joining it. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. You know, I ain't gonna fault anybody for joining any organization. I mean, That's what you gotta do sometimes. Right, Tashanka, that's that's true. She don't need to hurry. She can take her time. But yeah, bless your heart, Marlene, like Tashanka said. But anyway, you know, I'm not putting it down or any other organization. It's just something I don't want to be a part of. But I want to tell you guys also about these interviews coming up. I'm going to interview, hopefully, Tashanka tomorrow, and so he can tell a little bit more about his life. Um, just like Terry, we just scratched the surface with Tashanka. You know, he's he's had a very wild life. That's right, Tashanka. Well, you know, Terry said he told one guy in jail that he wanted to get out. The guy told him there was no retirement plan, and that's true with most of them. But I'm hoping to interview Tashanka tomorrow. Monday, I'm hoping to interview Adam. Finally, I mean, because of the time difference, I have my doubts, you know, but we're going to try it. But I've been in contact with this woman. Oh yeah, blackberry cobbler. I love blackberry cobbler, gooseberries, all that. Daniel, yeah. Hey, how you doing, bud? S Gate Goot, Donka. We're glad you're here. Uh, but anyway, hey Daniel, I haven't heard back from Philip. I'm going to try to contact him again. He's wanting to do it both in German and English. Uh, we can do that if he wants to, but he's busy, I know, and I'm busy, and I got interviews lined up. Tashanka, Adam, and then this woman wants to be on. Is talking about being interviewed, and she did 29 years herself, and I don't think, you know, of all the prison genres, I don't think we hear a lot from the women, and I think, you know, they have stories too, and I think it'd be great to have a few of them on here. That's all right, Daniel. Man, you guys are in my thoughts and prayers over there. You know, Germany's not that far from Ukraine. But yeah, I think about you guys every day over there. Ukrainians. Just, but I'm glad you're doing all right, and I hope everybody else is over there that you know. All right, thank you. Hey, country, thank you, man. Thank you for letting me know, because sometimes I don't get notifications. I don't know what's up with that. I know some of you guys don't get notifications from me either. And yeah, they do that all the time, Shashunka. They send the new guys in to do the dirty work a lot of times. Yeah, I bet. Um, you know, there was one of these guys. Lincoln had one of these messed up cases, and this young guy came in, and they had this a bunch of these wannabes. Uh, they thought they was an organization. That there was a bunch of. They weren't. There was nothing like the other ones in there. You know, they just. Anyway, they sent this young guy to beat up this guy with a messed up case. The guy accidentally killed him, and now he's not going home. I think I've told you guys about that. Yeah, but country, sometimes he does his in the middle of the day, and I go in the evening to check, and he's done had posted one like at noon or something. Yeah, that's exactly it, Tashanka. Yeah, I'm glad that all of Western Europe is allies with us too. You know, uh, it's hey, the country is boy. He's he does his work. Yeah, somebody told me about that. I was thinking about doing a video on that, Daniel, about them releasing the. I didn't know it was just some. I heard that they was releasing them to fight. I didn't know if it was all of them or just some of them. But you know, when it comes to your country, I don't blame the president for doing that. And what a lot of people don't realize is that many many prisoners they love their country. Just because they're in prison doesn't mean they don't love their country. But what Tashanka's talking about is true. It's very true. Hey, Micah. That's right. HTP family. We're all family here. I love all you guys. And you know, it's interesting getting to know you guys through this. You know, and the things you go through and everything. And yeah, they do need every helping hand they can get. And yeah, I wouldn't imagine they'd be letting the worst of the worst out. But um, yeah, I'm keeping those guys in my thoughts and prayers. You know, when I was in Bowling Green, there was this Russian kid there. He was 18, 19 years old. And they also there was two Ukrainians there, and he never talked to them. And I asked him, I said, "That's right, Tashanka." But I asked him, I said, "Why come you don't talk to Ukrainians?" I said, "Don't you guys speak the same language?" He goes, "I don't like Ukrainians," and I really didn't understand that. You know, that'd be like me saying I don't like English people. Uh, you'd think they would have something in common. That is awesome, Daniel. I think that's great. That's right, Shashanka. Well, the one Russian that I knew, this kid, he was like 18 or 19. He was from like the suburbs of Moscow. His family immigrated over here, and when he was 12, he came over here to America, and he was always talking about how great Russia was and everything. And I told him it was so great, go back. But the Ukrainians, you know, he never tried talking to them, and he even told me once that they wouldn't talk to him even if he wanted to. So I don't know what's going on there. I mean, yeah, I've seen some beautiful Eastern European churches. You know, a lot of buildings, churches and stuff like that in Europe, not just in Ukraine and Russia, but all over Europe are beautiful. You know, and each country seems to have its own style. You know, of architecture.
Rosalie, really?
You know, my friends in Germany and what is that? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, Daniel. They're like cousins. You know, they're related. That's right. Um, they're I mean they're almost like the same people. But uh, I was talking to some friends and stuff I have in Europe, and uh, I said, man, it must be great seeing all this great architecture and stuff in these cities and stuff. He goes, well, yeah, you're right, Tashanka. A lot of us got lost during like the war and stuff. But um, he said we're used to seeing these buildings, you know. Hey, Marlene, yeah, love to you too. But he said we're used to seeing this stuff, so it's no big deal for us. But it's, you know, tourists come over here to see it. I think it would be awesome waking up every morning and seeing these gorgeous buildings, you know, churches, cathedrals, all that. Yeah, the Colonel Dome, it's huge. I know it is. Yeah, the Civil War was brother against brother. Is, you know, father against son. Uh, it broke up a lot of families, but also, you know, after the war was over, a lot of them just went back to their lives. You know, it was like, yeah, you know, that's the thing with dictators and stuff. You know, many of them, I believe personally, love their country or think they love their country, and they think they're doing the best for the country when actually they're not. You know, I don't think Putin, Stalin, Saddam Hussein, Hitler sat around rubbing their hands saying, I'm an evil person. You know, they don't realize they're bad. Marlene, how you doing? Are you doing all right? Is it hot down there in Louisiana? Got pretty warm in Missouri today. Tashanka, where you at? Illinois? Is it warm there? That's right. That's right, Tashanka. Um, right. I agree with Daniel on that. Putin started this. You know, I'm sure there a lot of Russians don't want this. 78. I heard it got in the 80s in Virginia today. I think it got 60 something here. So what do y'all do today? And this is a Saturday, you know. Was you out enjoying yourselves? I've watched Pullocks a couple times, but and I have watched a couple of others of Philip, but I haven't seen the one on the raising the money yet. Yeah, it does. Well, let's see. It's almost, was it after 12 there, after midnight there? 1 o'clock? Yeah, it's about summertime, but hopefully we ain't having any more cold weather. You know, Missouri's been crazy, up and down, up and down. Cold one day, warm for a couple of days, and then back to cold again. You know, you get used to the warm weather, and then it gets cold again. 11:30 p.m. Who calls the shots in prison? Asian Training Mask 3.0. Well, that would depend on the prison. Asian Training Mask. You know, uh, some it's really nobody. Others it's the prisoners, they run it. And certain
Think they do, but they don't. They don't.
yeah, they can't get out, but they run it on the inside. But uh, some organizations um, may run it or have control of it. Yeah. Yeah, you said that before, Tashanka. The guards, you guys used to run it, now the guards do. Yeah. Micah says that's the weather I'm looking forward to. Fishing, yep. Where you fish at, Micah? But anyway, Asian training basket all depends, you know. What do you think of astronauts on the space station basically being confined? Sure, they can fly back, but it can't really go anywhere up there.
Oh, being in a spaceship's gotta be the worst kind of prison.
Yeah. Well,
But they choose to do it.
they choose to do that, but yeah, they're basically in a prison up there, you know. It's a self prison. They can't really go anywhere. Um, and just think, before the space station, they had to stay in these little astronauts and stuff. I mean, in these little space shuttles and stuff. Yeah, I agree with you guys that talking about fishing. I love fishing. Yeah, yeah, Sean. No commissary up there, huh? Yeah. But you know what? I bet you there. I don't know. There's a. I wonder if there's a line. You know how you see these lines in prison? Hey, Chad. Thank you. That's right. Hit that like button. Everybody, if you guys are new here, go check out Chad on Blood on the Reservoir TV. That guy has some good content, and he supports this channel. A lot of his subscribers support this channel, so go check him out. Micah says she's good fishing anywhere. She don't care. She just wants to fish. Yeah. Um, but anyway, I've never really thought of that, Daniel. But yeah, it is like a prison up there, you know. But and some of them's been up there a year or more. Um, yeah, just like I said, up there to a year or so. Well, they need if they want to do mental research because of being confined and everything, they needed. They could probably get a lot of answers just by talking to prisoners who've been a long time in confinement. I ain't talking about prison. I'm talking about confinement. A pole and a cold drink. That's right, Micah. Hey, I don't think I could go up there for the fact that, just as Daniel said, you're confined. You know, it's not like you can just go anywhere you want.
It's more than that the for me on not wanting to go.
Oh yeah, I'm afraid to
I
get
mean,
up there,
there's
and get trapped.
yeah, a million and one things that could go wrong.
Right, right. And with me,
There's a thin piece of metal between you and death.
right, and Right. That's just like in a prison. You got a thin piece of metal that's electrified. You know, that little thin piece of metal that's death. I kind of have to agree with Marlene. I mean, what's the point in going to the moon? You know. Right. That's right, Daniel. Talk to the prisoners. They can get a lot of information. You know, or people who they're psychiatrists or something. You know. Yeah, that's true. They do. I mean, especially over here in America, uh, people in prison. People don't understand how uh, prisoners are treated. You know, they think that they're just doing time in prison or whatever, but there, a lot of them are being mistreated. Chad, here, what was it? A couple weeks ago, this guy was like 30 some years in solitary confinement in a cell by himself. And, you know, whether he's guilty or not, he should have never spent that much time in there, you know. And they had him in a cell away from everybody else. Ash and Emmy, by the time you showed up, we've been waiting on you. Just kidding. I'm glad you're here, Ash. You know, when I start giving you guys, joking with you guys and giving you guys a hard time, that means, you know, I really love you guys. I really like you guys. I wouldn't do that otherwise. Yeah, that's it. Tommy Silverstein, exactly. Yeah, he was. That's solitary. I mean, even just a couple years, you know, or a year or so, is bad. But you know, they used to have a. Well, that's good. You'll be safe. Where'd Micah go? Oh. I never heard about that, Daniel. We'll have to look into that. Yeah, but that's just the thing, Tashanka. He didn't even deserve it. You know, he was in prison. He was guilty for what he went to prison for, but he was in prison and got charged for stabbing a guy that he didn't do, and that guy, they had him locked up in the hole and everything. And another guy that was that guy's partner tried to get him, and he took him out of self defense. You know, he just things just went bad for him, but there was no reason to keep him in there like that, and put double bars on his cells. You know, like he's Hannibal Lecter or somebody. How you being rude, Marlene? No, I haven't. Where can I find those at, Daniel? Right. Uh, Roger Aguilera Medeiros. I hope I said that right. Um, I've never heard of this, Ash or Daniel. You guys clue me in on this. I've never heard of this. His brakes failed and he got arrested or something. That's right, Tashanka. It's true. That's my belief anyway. Rosie, you want to say hi to these people? You want to get up here? Come here. Come on. You gotta get on farther over here so they can see you. Rosalie was wanting to say hi to y'all, but she's not quite in the view yet. Hey, say hi. I'm sorry, Marlene. I mean, it's no big deal with if you're in the shower or something. Oh, his brakes went out, and he caused a massive accident and was given a holy
Poor
cow.
people.
Yeah.
10 years is still too much.
Yeah, I think even the 10 years is too much. Um,
He didn't intend to do that.
right. You know, that's one of the things I was worried about, Tashanka, when I was at the walls. I was worried, you know, and then after a while, I didn't think I was going to make it out there anyway, so I thought, heck with it. You know, if I have to stab somebody, I have to stab somebody. It looked like we was all dying anyway in there. But, you know, after I got out of that place, if things kind of calmed down in these other camps a little bit, I heard it's picking all back up again, though. Everybody's telling me it's getting bad again. But, um, you know, these stabbings in prisons, they're not always because somebody's just mad at somebody. Sometimes it's self-defense. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, I agree with Daniel. You know, judge saying I can't reduce it. This is the lowest I can give him. But people start protesting. All right, we'll give him 10 years. Yeah. You got to realize something, Daniel. Over here, it's all about money. It's the criminal justice system, the Department of Corrections. It's all business. Even the phone companies in prison, in the jails and prisons, are in on it. Yeah, nobody, you know, no, these kids, they had to take the law in their own hand because uh, nobody would believe them. Nobody would do anything. And so they took the law in their own hands. And I don't think they should get a day in prison. Yeah, it is a wonderful thing they stuck together. Yeah, it is wrong, Daniel, but that's what they do. You know, it's, and like uh, Tashanka said, you know, those with sex cases, they get a little time because let's just be honest, a lot of the judges and prosecutors and all these people in high up, they're in on that too. They're chomos. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. And so they get very little time. Yet these kids defending their little sister get all this time.
Yeah, and it wasn't like they could just tell their parents when it was their parents that was the problem.
Yeah, the parents should have listened. You know,
And the guy was already on the run from a different freaking charge, a molestation charge.
yeah, but I don't think those kids should have got a day. Yeah, Marlene. And you know these ain't the only cases. This happens all the time. You can look them up and see case after case after case. Chad, blood. Was it Chad? Is it Chad or Jay Williams did a video where this guy at 18 walked in, saw his stepfather molesting his sister. Uh, Picks up a gun and shoots him, and he got the equivalent of over 1,000 years. And there's a petition out to get him out. He's been in prison 10 years, and people are trying to get him out. And so far as I know, as of now, he hasn't gotten out. I agree, Ash. Yeah, that what was the name of that town, Mindy, where they killed that bully? It started with an S.
I forgot.
Do you know what I'm talking about though?
Yeah, hold on. Give me
It's
a second,
it's,
I'll
it's
find
called like Skidmore or something like that. Oh, that's right. Always believe your children, and if it comes out later they's lying, then deal with it then. But always, I've always said that. Always believe your children.
Yeah, it's Skidmore, Missouri.
Skidmore, Missouri is where that happened, and nobody's still talking about that. You know, they ain't gonna find that person who did that. But you know, that was a bully that was just terrorizing the whole town. What are you talking about, Daniel? Respond to that. Did I miss something?
Hmm?
Daniel saying something about respond to that. I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about.
Respond to what?
Yeah, that's what I'm wanting to know. Um, yeah,
The last thing he said was, yeah, seriously, Judge is handing out time like Best Buy coupons.
no. The last thing he said was respond to that.
Well, I meant before that.
Oh, I don't know. Um, yeah, they are handing them out like coupons. I mean, it's Best Buy coupons. It's crazy. It was Skidmore, Tashanka. You know, Mindy just looked it up to make sure we had it right. Well, I was in Farmington, Daniel, and on it was actually two prisons in one. You had A side and B side. And B side, they had all these people with sex cases out there on the yard, and
Go lay down.
they
Go lay down.
all the rest of us was on A side. The sex offenders was on B side, and I could not stand seeing them walk the yard. I'm telling you now, I don't think they should be on the yard. I don't think they should have their own yard. I think they should be in PC, in the hole, because they ain't getting very much time. Let them do whatever time they do have in the hole, in solitary. It's the way I feel. And with them being out in the yard, they're in danger anyway because, you know, you got guys going to beat them up, or like that one, he accidentally killed one. I know a guy that his sister got raped and he was in prison, and they put the guy in the same prison as he was in. And he had a bunch of his friends cause a distraction down at the other end of the yard. And when all the guards went running down there, he started piecing this guy up. I mean, I'll read some of these comments again. Yeah, Skidmore is the town. But most people in prison don't like those with sex cases. You know, they got sons and daughters, and, you know, they got children, and they got wives and sisters and stuff like that. So they're looked down on. Oh yeah, Daniel. You know, we all hated that. You know, somebody. That's right, Tashanka. Uh, uh, that's true, Marlene. Just not as many. And the sad fact is, most child sex offenders are white. I'm just going to be honest. That most of them are white. That's a shame. But yeah, you know, when you're in prison and you're thinking about these guys that got 5, 10 years, you know, they might have more if they end up killing the child or something. But and then here you are doing a life sentence. I mean, it drives you batty, you know. But anyway, that's what. Let me see what time is it?
It is 5:50.
5:50. Yeah, you know, these things they do to these children, that stays with them for the rest of their lives. And you know how I know? Is because people have told me. People who have messaged me and told me that just me talking about certain things have caused them to open up, and then they'll tell me that what happened to them when they was a kid, you know, and it said it's still with them. It doesn't go away. Yeah, that happens over here too, Daniel. Guys, I'm getting ready to get off of here. I got to get something to eat, and I'm going to watch Chad at 6 o'clock. So I'm going to start wrapping this up now. You guys got anything else to say? Let me know. Got any questions or something? Hey, Sean. Thank you for being here, Sean. And I want to apologize, guys. I was starting to get in my feelings there a little bit, starting to get a little aggravated. I get heated when I get talking about this stuff. But, all right, guys. I'll catch you later. All right. Bye. Where you this button at you hit?
The axle.
All right, Micah. Bye, everybody. See?
It won't go off.
I know.